Hey everyone, have you ever set a goal but struggled to achieve it? Maybe you started strong, full of motivation, but after a few weeks, you lost focus or gave up completely.
If that sounds familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. Achieving goals isn't just about wanting something. It's about having the right mindset, strategies, and habits. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today.
Right. We'll discuss some common reasons why people fail to reach their goals, and most importantly, what you can do differently to make sure you actually succeed this time.
So, if you want to improve your English while learning practical strategies for success, stay with us until the end. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next episode.
All right, let's jump in. So, why do so many people struggle with their goals? Let's be honest, we've all been there. We set big goals, get super excited, but after a few weeks, things don't go as planned.
Exactly. And one of the biggest reasons is people don't set clear goals.
Some people say, I want to be successful, or I want to be healthier. But what does that actually mean? If your goal is too vague, you won't know where to start or how to measure your progress.
Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, you should say, I will go to the gym 3 times a week and eat more vegetables. That's a clear, specific goal.
Another big problem is that people don't have a plan. You can have a great goal, but if you don't know how to get there, it's like driving without a map.
Exactly. Imagine you want to learn English fluently. If you just say, I want to speak English, but you don't have a study plan or practice routine, it's going to be really hard to make progress.
So, having a clear plan is key. And that's why we're going to listen to an expert, Dr. Sara Glova. She's going to share a powerful strategy she discovered for achieving goals. Let's listen to what she has to say.
That's the third piece of our single page plan. It's community. It's the people who you would call if you got stuck. And based on the interviews that I've done, it's not if you get stuck, it's when you get stuck. Because when you're working on something really big, when you're here and you're trying to get there, when you want something that you haven't had before, you're gonna get stuck. And so it's really important for us to think about the people who can help and support us.
Wow, that was really interesting. She mentioned some key strategies for success. But let me ask you something, Emma. How important do you think community support is when trying to reach a goal?
Oh, I think it's huge. Having a strong community around you can make all the difference. When you're surrounded by people who support you and share your goals, you're much more likely to stay motivated.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to get fit, it's easier if you have a gym buddy. If you're learning English, having a conversation partner makes a huge difference.
And let's not forget accountability. When you tell someone about your goal, you feel more responsible for actually doing it. It's like having a little push to keep going.
That's true. And nowadays, you don't even need to find people in person. There are online communities, study groups, and even social media groups where you can find like-minded people.
Right? So, if you're working on a goal, don't try to do it alone. Find a community that will help you stay on track.
All right, let's move on to some other practical methods for achieving goals. What's the first one on our list?
First one is breaking your goal into smaller steps. A big goal can feel overwhelming, but if you divide it into smaller tasks, it becomes more manageable.
Yeah, I love that. Instead of saying, I want to learn English, say, I will learn 5 new words a day, or I will practice speaking for 10 minutes. Small wins keep you motivated.
Exactly. The second method is tracking your progress. When you see how far you've come, it gives you motivation to keep going.
That's why people use habit trackers or journals. Even something as simple as checking off a to-do list can make you feel accomplished.
And the third one is visualizing success. Picture yourself reaching your goal. How does it feel? What does it look like? This helps keep your motivation strong.
That's such a good tip. Successful athletes and entrepreneurs do this all the time. If you can see it in your mind, you're more likely to make it happen. Before we move on, Let's take a moment to break down some key words from Dr. Sara Glova's advice. Understanding these words will help us apply her message to our own goals.
Yes, we're going to talk about 3 important words: get stuck, support, and interview. These words are really useful when discussing challenges and progress.
You know, something Dr. Sara Glova mentioned really stood out to me. She said it's not if we get stuck, it's when we get stuck. That makes a lot of sense, right?
Absolutely. And getting stuck just means hitting a point where you don't know how to move forward. It happens to everyone, especially when working on big goals.
Yeah, and that's why having support is so important. When you're stuck, the people around you, friends, mentors, or even an online community, can help you find a way forward.
Exactly. Support can come in many forms. Sometimes just having someone believe in you is enough to keep you going.
And that's something Dr. Glova learned through interviews. She talked to many people about their journeys, and they all faced obstacles. But the ones who had a strong support system found ways to overcome them.
That's so true. So if you ever feel stuck, don't hesitate to reach out for support. And speaking of support, why not support this channel by liking this video and subscribing? So to sum up, set clear goals, have a solid plan, find a supportive community, and use practical methods like breaking tasks into smaller steps, tracking progress, and visualizing success.
And most importantly, don't give up. Achieving a goal takes time and effort, but if you stay consistent, you will see results.
Now, we'd love to hear from you. What goal are you working on right now? Let us know in the comments.
And if you found this podcast helpful, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.